Good morning, everyone. Ethan Steeper here with Steeper Weather Forecasting. What a beautiful weekend we have in store for us. It's about 8:45 a.m. on Saturday, April 13th as I'm recording this. Got a couple things to go over. First, we're going to talk about temperatures this weekend for an absolutely beautiful weekend. And then we're going to get into some storm chances coming up early next week. So let's dive right in. First up on your screen, what you can see is forecast high temperatures for today. Like I said, we've got a beautiful weekend, first part of next week in store for us. High temperatures today look to tap out right around that 70-degree mark, maybe a couple degrees warmer than that across the area, but generally right around that 70-degree mark. As we go into the day tomorrow, temperatures warm up even more. Some of us may be pushing that 80-degree mark, upper 70s for most of us across the area. And as we go then on into the day on Monday, again, much of the same thing. Upper 70s across the area. Sunny skies look to prevail throughout these next couple days. So really nice weather on tap for us as we go through this weekend and into the start of next week. As we get into next week, notice the Storm Prediction Center has already issued a Day 4 slight risk for the area. They had a Day 5 slight risk issued yesterday. Not very common that the Storm Prediction Center will issue severe weather risks later than about Day 4, so this is definitely something I've had my eye on for a little bit. Notice big area slight risk stretching from eastern Texas on up, covering the entire state of Illinois, stretching into Wisconsin. Look a little bit closer to home. Again, everyone is under that slight risk in the area. For Tuesday, main time frame looks to be Tuesday afternoon into the evening hours. And just to compare this with the Colorado State University machine learning probabilities, again, Storm Prediction Center picture is on your right over here. Notice, again, it shows that big slight risk for large swath of the middle of the country. The Colorado State University model shows pretty much the same thing, a big slight risk. It also adds an enhanced risk into portions of western Illinois, eastern Missouri, and northern Arkansas. So that'll be something we watch as we get a little bit closer. What the forecast models are seeing right now, this is our upper level winds. So basically, this shows the storm systems above us. It shows the big upper level lows as they come into the country and as they move across the country. So we'll pick this up Saturday evening rather. And notice our next storm system is just starting to come onshore into western California. As it does so, it'll take about a day or a day and a half to traverse the Rockies. And as we stop this is, back us up one, this is Tuesday at midnight, or Tuesday at 1 a.m. rather. Notice the storm's kind of centered somewhere over Kansas, Colorado, kind of in that Four Corners region. That storm will bring a pretty big chance of severe weather. It's looking toward the Great Plains, Southern Great Plains on Monday. As we go into the day on Tuesday, notice we'll stop this at 4 p.m. now, Tuesday afternoon. The storm's just off to our west, and those winds are starting to get a little bit closer to us. As we go into Tuesday night, now this is midnight. This is 1 a.m. Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. Notice that storm system is centered right over us, and something we look for when we're looking at these upper air sound or upper air visuals is we look at the direction that this upper level trough is centered. Notice this trough kind of looks about like this, and this has what we call a negative tilt to it, or the axis of this tilt runs from the southeast to the northwest. When a storm system has that negative tilt, that usually is a sign of a storm intensifying or increasing in its energy and in its potential, because it's able to suck in all of that warm Gulf of Mexico, like warm, moist air, and use it to fuel the storm. Other times, if you saw a storm that had a positive tilt to it, what we call a positive tilt, that's where it's kind of has a little bit of a different tilt. It's more southwest to northeast. And with that kind of storm system, you can see there's nothing in the southwestern United States as far as moisture-wise for it to used to fuel the storm. So that's why we've been watching this storm system, and that's why it's got a slight risk on it for our area right now, is because it does have that negative tilt to it with that warm Gulf of Mexico moisture that it could be fueling in. So watch for more updates on this as we go further into the weekend and on into early next week. Tuesday afternoon and evening look to be the best time frame to see this severe weather. Lastly, we'll end on the Climate Prediction Center outlooks. Temperatures do look to turn cooler as we go into later next week and on into the weekend. This is the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. This is Thursday, April 18th through Monday the 22nd. Notice below average temperatures expected for a large swath of the northern Great Plains and on into the Great Lakes. 8 to 14 day outlook. This is Saturday, April 20th to the 26th. Again, much of the same picture. That cold air starts to sink into the eastern United States with a big trough, with a big ridge in the west and a trough in the east. So we will see some cooler than average temperatures probably to round out the month of April. Precip looks to be a little bit on the drier side as we go through April. Through the last half of April, this is a 6 to 10 day precip probabilities. Again, about equal chances across the area for precip, at least through this coming week. And then the 8 to 14 day, we do turn a little bit drier as that trough, as that cooler air sinks into the area. So as we go throughout the rest of the month, temperatures do look to be a little bit on the cool side and a little bit drier than normal as we round out the month of April. Again, one last look at the Climate Prediction Center, or Storm Prediction Center's outlook. Slight risk for the area on Tuesday, most likely Tuesday afternoon and evening is the time frame we're looking for that. Watch for more updates as we move into the future.